You got a Bruno in your head. Alberto, you can't. Alberto, you're gonna die. Alberto, don't put that in your mouth.
Hey, I'm Bruno.
Don't listen to stupid Bruno.
Well, you too, kid. Geez, this glass is stronger than the in those tables from game night. Also, how the hell did Tulio find blue? It's not like he tracked a black market sales record to a collector in a metropolitan area. Linda accidentally onto blue in the middle of Minnesota.
There is one person in town who's actually onto me.
One? One person who is on to blue streak zooming out of my ass in broad daylight, Sonic. At this point, the entire town would believe in the Blue Devil, and his legend would have advanced to the point where parents were telling their kids to go to sleep or the blue streak will zip out of the darkness and steal your toys.
Hello?
So to orchestrate this abduction, Nigel had to get himself to the aviary by faking injury the day before Blue even arrived. But how would he know that Blue was coming in the first place? And once he got there, how did he get word to Fernando to say that the plan needed to go down that night? And exactly right after one of the rare times that Tulio's not in the lab. God damn, I'm more upset about this bullshit break-in than anything else in this movie.
I can show you the town. Sparkly, bumpy, convenient.
Sure, Nigel hit the one transformer that controls the entirety of the electricity in Rio de Janeiro. Also, it's probably for the best that he ended the game unexpectedly. It's not like anything else exciting happens during a soccer match.
I can't believe you're bringing that freak into this.
Neither can I. But we have no choice.
You know, the whole we have no choice bullshit in every movie, but especially this one. This man suggested bringing the 5th and 6th Regiment, whatever the that means, 30 seconds ago, literally offering another choice. Just say you want to find an excuse to introduce Jim Carrey's next eccentric character, and let's get on with it.
What? Ah! The sky's been leaking!
Right, because it's somehow much easier to dry off after being completely submerged in the ocean than it is from having been rained on an indeterminate amount of time ago.
Do you think I am an idiot?
Thing Jesse Eisenberg said to his agent when being offered this script somehow makes it into the script.
You know what you gonna do? You gonna walk me to death?
This is a great question, considering they've killed many people right there in the lab and had no problem disposing of the bodies. But in Eddie's case, they're going to treat him like Paulie and Christopher treated the Russian on The Sopranos.
We won't let you destroy this world. Can't die.
Yay! A fight between two evenly matched creatures in which we have no clue how one can defeat the other. Also known as the Man of Steel scenario. And it must be a complete coincidence that this CGI fight occurs at night. Ah, good to see that accelerated alien species still ultimately settle things between each other with a little punching and kicking. Oh, cool! Now the humans are punching each other. That totally makes a difference in my investment in the outcome of... Sorry, what's gonna happen if the bad guy's bad?
Of all the places for sea monsters to visit, Porto Rosso? Have you seen this town? My father hunts sea monsters.
Julia would be the catch of the day at CinemaSins.
The winners of this year's Porto Rosso Cup, the underdogs.
Wait, when did Julia get lumped into the winner's circle? This whole race is a travesty of a mockery of a sham of a mockery of a travesty of two mockeries of a sham. Sonic isn't fast enough to dodge a f***ing tranquilizer dart. It's not like he doesn't know what guns are. He's been here for 10 years. 10 years!
Oh, wait a second. Did we even pay our tip? It doesn't matter!
F*** you. It doesn't matter. Your server made a special case to get you into this bar, then got shot full of darts, then had all her customers annihilate each other. Hope you're happy when she can't make rent, has to pull her kids out of school so they can start fencing watches on the street, and only then they can have a lukewarm dinner of macaroni and cheese once per week. Is everyone okay with dying? This took several seconds to set up, which is a ton of time for Drac or Mavis to run up there and snatch the music. Are they all just too curious to see how this bullshit ending turns out?
Listen to the melody of your destruction.
If you'd gotten Megadeth up there, you could have had an entire symphony. So let's talk about Van Helsing's plan, shall we? Somehow convince all the monsters to go on a cruise on a ship his daughter captains to get them out to the lost city of Atlantis. And even though he already has the location of this secret weapon and knows all about it, he waits until they're all there to try and retrieve it. And since he had a synth ready, he must have known that inside was a dubstep song that had survived the destruction of the city and any kind of water damage, so that he could play it with all the monsters gathered at a rave. He also somehow knew that this would initiate the Crack to attack and destroy the monsters who again somehow all decided on their own to take this vacation. Do I have that right? Do I? Then release the Cracksins! And thus begins a hilarious vintage Jim Carrey sequence, which wouldn't look out of place during his stand-up heyday back in the late 80s. And it's so good to have this off-the-wall Jim Carrey back that I have to remove a sip. Having said that, this is totally a Jim Carrey sequence, having almost nothing to do with Dr. Robotnik as a character, except that he's also harvesting the power of Sonic's quill. So, as endearing as this is, I'll probably just go back to watching old-school YouTube videos of Carrey's stand-up instead.
I will take it to Lucky Strike, and I will score a 300-point game! You won't!
I have to agree with Eddie here. A decapitated head is a poor substitute for a bowling ball. Will be a messy pulp before you get to the third frame. Or so I've heard.
What I want out of each and every one of you is a hard target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, hen house, outhouse, or doghouse in that area.
We attack at the midnight hour because it's more evil.
Like it's the fruits of the devil.
I said I'm sorry.
You didn't mean to, but you did it. I mean, you just decided, I don't know.
This movie isn't perfect. It might not even be good, but man, Tom Hardy is so committed to this performance, and it's a blast to watch. I'd prefer having 6 more of these over another Spider-Man something home movie. This movie rules. Also, Little Sims is performing a song called Venom in a movie about Venom while Venom just happens to be in the audience. This is Vanilla Ice and Ninja Rap levels of metatextual weird.
Diesel Protector out.
Venom knows enough about Earth customs to understand what dropping the mic symbolizes, but can't understand that he is crashing this party and is vain enough to think Little Sims was actually singing a song about him.
But I'm an APB.
For who? I can't read that screen.
Form a perimeter.
Around what? A prison? A 12-block radius?
Blockade state lines.
Blockade of the actual state lines? That's a lot of ground to cover. Why not just the roads? Entire state line?
And bring in Brock.
Bring him to where? To this destroyed prison? Inside the state lines? Inside the perimeter around the something? Also, Carnage, you didn't find shit. He landed in your lap.
This is much worse than I thought. That is a red one.
What does that even mean? The movie never gives us an explanation, so why is this reaction?
He was my friend.
Oh my god, the power of friendship brought him back to life! Sweet. I mean, I don't know why he had to go all supersonic to send Robotnik to the Mushroom Kingdom, especially considering all he needed was a ring. But given the circumstances, I guess I'll celebrate like Doc Brown at the end of Back to the Future. Yeah! He returned to the park and found the 2 chickens still there, thriving? F*** you, movie. The homeless population in San Francisco, which the city seems reluctant to deal with, absolutely caught, plucked, and cooked Sonny and Cher, and they are dead and eaten. F*** you, movie.